Hey guys, Hitch here again. I'm going to be casting for the Game is Hard Dota League today, and so we're waiting around. Got some obs going up in the background. Fill that real quick. Alright, so today we're going to be having Hardcore Pawn versus Just Some Boys. Game will be kicking off here in just a second. Congratulations to the last game's winners. That's Shadowforge Gaming. They kind of put on a show. They kicked up on verification incomplete. So, congratulations to them for winning. So we're gonna just kind of sitting in the lobby, waiting for the last boy from Just Some Boys to get there. So it's a best of one coming out here, in case anybody's wondering. So we're gonna be, there should be any second here. We gotta dive into here. Special thanks to Hydrofire 593 for letting me cast today. I'm excited about it. Should be casting more this week as well. So. Looking forward to this Game is Hard tournament put on through Reddit, actually, so go check it out if you haven't. So they got a stand-in coming in. Always good. You like a good stand-in. Sometimes having a stand-in is better than having somebody the team hates, but is still on the team. You never know. Maybe that's the situation. Oh, real quick, of course, it is a 2-minute delay because it's a... well, it's a tournament, so they can't, you know, stream snipe or any of that. So any comments, it'll be coming up in like 2 minutes. So... we got a kind of a situation on our hands. We might have a forfeit because we're waiting on this last player to get in here. So, I think this is gonna be an exciting league. That's a lot of it's an amateur league, but there's a lot of really good potential and a lot of good upcoming talent in here. Like we've seen. You know, captains here. We got Troll-Based God coming in. He's probably going to join that slot right there, and we're getting ready to go. Here it is. Sweet. Tom Dota. He's going to volunteer to stand in for both teams, so nice of him. All right, both teams are good to go. So let's get this cast started. Wait for the confirms for both teams being good. Spaceman Spurf and Emotional Boys 2001, both good to go. So here we are, 2 trolls. I'm guessing Troll is another team that they roll under, but Zarina-based God. Okay, so gonna be playing on US East today, and good luck and have fun has been said by the admin. Let's get this game on the road. Here we go. Oh. Just a quick note on this. This is one of the baddest ass Doom sets to come out in I forget how long. It's freaking amazing, and I'm really excited that EG put their names on it. So I'm going to go ahead and readjust these settings in here because they don't seem to be going. Okay, there we go. Mute. Mute co-casters. All right, good to go. So, all right. Last word from the admins, and we're ready to roll. So, here we are. Oh, there it is. Cool. I was having some trouble with my casting. Make this open. There it is. Alright, so here we have it. Game is Hard Dota League kicking off today with Hardcore Pawn versus Just Some Boys. This is a best of one as we get started here. Bans coming out. Just Some Boys going to be first to ban. And, banning out the less Shrek. It's standard procedure nowadays. You just can't let him through. He's just such a dominator in this game. Same with the Undying. Man, well, I remember when Undying was barely ever seen, and now it seems like we see him all the time. Banned on the Undying. That makes any physical carry a lot easier to play in this early game. So with the ban on less Shrek coming out, we'll see what Just Some Boys pick next. I believe Hardcore Pawn won the coin toss, so they'll be rocking the Radiant side, but they give up first pick to Just Some Boys, who ban out the Quap. Two big picks here, so since these are both 2 new teams, they haven't played against each other, so they're just doing general bans against things they don't want to play against, like a Gyrocopter. I personally would ban the Bloodseeker, because he's just so annoying right now for me personally, but, you know, a lot of people are a lot better at handling that than myself. So, first pick coming out for Just Some Boys. This is going to be Emotional Boys 2001 being your... team captain, so I assume he's drafting, and we'll see what he picks. If they're going to go for supports first, which a lot of teams like to do, get their supports based, you know, all lined up, and that way they don't give up too much of their draft. They don't tell the other team exactly what they're planning. So, Spirit Breaker. Okay, so it's going to be a gank heavy lineup coming out from Just Some Boys. But Storm Spirit to reply, it's going to be a gankathon if, depending on who gets rolling first. So Storm Spirit, an excellent mid laner, of course, to have. But against who? We never know. Like, Silencer could really mess him up, and Anti-Mage, never a good thing to see if you're a Storm Spirit. But, Anti-Mage, of course, one of the higher skill cap heroes, so we'll see if we see any of them coming out. But Spirit Breaker, always that 71% bash chance coming out. Chen picked up, so we might have a microer on our team here. So we got, who knows who it could be. So we got Chen coming out, that all heal, always an amazing skill to get ready to go. All right, so second pick coming out from Just Some Boys. We'll see, they got stand-ins, by the way, YOLO mid and Zarina, so we'll see if that affects their team play at all. Now with the gank-heavy lineup, you kind of really want to have your team fully there because, you know, the Symphony of Skills, as it's known, is easier to pull off with people who are all there in Hall No.
5 seconds.
But, you know, something to complement the Spirit Breaker isn't very hard to find nowadays. Now, some people don't, you know...
Reserve time.
Okay, it's a Dazzle. So you keep your ganker alive while he finishes off everybody else. One of the most amazing supports in the game, I personally think right now, is Dazzle. And so we got the, you know, the Shallow Grave, the heal, everything going the way of the Dazzle. So, but, you know, we got two gankers, 2 healers. These teams might have very similar playstyles. You know, the all heal, and then the Shallow Grave and the Shadow Wave. Okay, banning out the Shadow Demon. So a lot of mids being banned out, but the Phantom Lancer. Oh, there's the Bloodseeker ban. I knew it was coming out here anytime.
Radiance ban.
So we got the ban on the Bloodseeker, ban on the Shadow Fiend. Whoever's playing mid lane is gonna be like, who the heck am I gonna play left? You know, who are my main powerhouses this patch that haven't been banned out? Of course, there's always lane dominators, always a chance to see like a Viper or somebody who just stands there and right-clicks you to death while you can do absolutely nothing except for hurt yourself on them. So here we go. We got Axe Ban. Okay, never a bad thing when you have a squishy support like a Dazzle who can get blinked in on, and you don't want to see that Axe dunk. Oh, no, wait, sorry. That's Hardcore Pawn banning out the Axe. Shame, because I always like to see an Axe dunk somebody who's Shallow Graved. It's just entertainment value for me. Not gonna lie. So third pick coming out from Hardcore Pawn, Spursman Spurf, your team captain there for the HCP. Now
10 seconds to
go. You know, you got your gank with your Storm Spirit, your Chen. So either another support to help with that, maybe a Clockwork has been really popular right now. Dip into their reserve time a little bit to maybe pick their offlaner, their support. You know, maybe they safe lane the Storm and pick a mid. We'll see exactly what happens. So exciting stuff coming out. Like, it's really fun to see the Chen. I'm really glad that he's kind of picking back up in his popularity as a pick, because for a while there, you know, it's Chen everywhere, then Chen nowhere. Now he's finally found his kind of happy place in Dota. Let's see. Of course, the Mud Golem strat has been particularly entertaining, where Chen he'll dominate. Okay, Tidehunter. There's that offlaner in the Tidehunter. So maybe Just Some Boys picked up the Clockwork. So now Hardcore Pawn. I keep wanting to say Pawn. Hardcore Pawn is actually, looks like they're going for the team fight rather than their suggested gank strat with the Storm Spirit. So they're planning on having him zip around, get healed, and then Tidehunter to stun everybody. So we're going to probably look for some more AoE damage to come out with them as well. So, but luckily, they banned out the Bloodseeker.
10 seconds to go.
And the Shrek and the Queen of Pain, 2 big AoE, or a bunch of big AoE damages in the AoE silence. Maybe we'll even see a Silencer support come out here. Or maybe even a semi-hard carry, actually, from the looks of it. So Just Some Boys looking for something to put together with the Spirit Breaker and Dazzle. They haven't really shown their hard carry, their #1 slot yet. So we'll see exactly what they're going to do with that as it comes up. So they're dipping into their reserve time a little. Really want to get this one picked well, because right now there's a lot of, between the Tether and the Ravage, there's no single target stuns that they... Okay, so Templar Assassin, one of the craziest damage dealers in the game, and also another gank heavy hero. So this Storm Spirit better be careful in this mid lane. It's not really it's not the worst matchup for him, because he can leave remnants and try to stay out of the side blades and everything, but it's not his best either, because you know, you can zip in on her no matter, without early detection. There's a lot she can get out. There's that Viper, the lane dominator. So yeah, they're gonna put the Viper mid and then safe lane the Storm Spirit, like I was saying. I actually think it's an amazing plan, because the Storm Spirit in the safe lane is so annoying for any offlaner trying to lane against it, and a lot of a lot of good offlaners, they have a hard time dealing with that much damage and that much constant harass. So, you can't really pick a Clockwork because he'll just be blowing his cogs to drain the mana out of the Storm Spirit, who's going to rush a bottle. And then it just turns into the bottle mana rush fight. So,
5 seconds.
let's see. That means we need somebody to protect the Storm Spirit, to keep him safe for hardcore Pwn. But
Reserve
there's a
time.
lot of options available for just some boys. Like, but the thing about it is, they have decent. They have some lockdown with the Spirit Breaker, with the Charge of Darkness and the Nether Strike. But other than the traps, those are their only reliable stuns they have so far. They might be seeing a Lion coming out here, or maybe even a control hero, kind of like the Coddle, who can dominate one particular area of the map and hold that down, so that way you get to decide where the fights happen, and makes it easier for pickoffs. Well, they're really thinking about this one, diving deep into their reserve time, because well, they only got 2 left, but we'll see what they go. No color strats coming out so far. Okay, so it's blue and pink top. Vengeful Spirit, there's that reliable stun I was talking about. And plus the swap to mess up the positioning of any big ultimates, like the Tidehunter blinks in, gets swapped out, and then all of a sudden the Ravage isn't where it's supposed to be. Or, things like that, or blink in and get stunned. So getting some lockdown up here. I still think Hardcore Pawn could use another lockdown.
10 seconds to go.
Just because, like I said, they don't have, they have the tether right now. Other than, and the Ravage is blown for freaking ever when it's on cooldown. So we'll see exactly where they're gonna ban out here. So and the trouble for them is, they need a good support. Oh no, I guess they're probably fine banning out anything they don't want to look at. Let's see. If I was them, I wouldn't want to see a Clockwork that could get in on your Chen, but other than that, I just like Clockwork. I don't know if that's obvious yet, but maybe even a Skywrath Mage, so you can zip in, silence, blown up. You can prevent that. A Lion, you can zip in, stun. So things to keep your main damage dealer safe. Viper usually keeps himself nice and safe because he's pretty tanky. He buys a mech. He just stands in the fight and right clicks people to death. Alright, Vengeful Spirit. Okay, wow. This ban has taken up more time than they've used picking, it feels like. They want to make sure they want to take out whatever that big thing they're missing is. If I was them, I'd go against the PA, actually. There it is, PA. I was just going to say, because the PA has that explosive lockdown. There's that, a control and support character that would have brought the heal, the Death Ward, the Coconut. So with the Witch Doctor banned out, it's pretty safe to say they're going to pick out a Lion or just any, maybe even a Mirana, something with a good long stun, so that way they can get, because you trap one of these guys out of the fight, and the rest are kind of, they blow their cooldowns and then they're out in the open. So you really want to get the pick off on this Dazzle, so he can't save anybody else or himself. Other than that, they got Viper's tanky enough to probably live through a stun as long as Templar isn't exactly right on them. So we might even see an anti-mage coming out. Oh, Ogre Magi, even more fun. See if the and then the Huskar. All right, you want to stand and fight? He is ready and there. So probably send the Huskar in the safe lane, but we'll see where they want to put it as everybody's making their picks. We got Zarina on the Spirit Breaker, Troll Based God on Dazzle, Emotional Boys 2001 on the TA, Vengeful Spirit played by Tom Dota 2, Kev Dog picking up the Storm Spirit, Jesus Was My Dad on the Chen, Spurf on the Viper, and Rewerb on the Ogre Magi. I guess they're both waiting to pick their last one to see who gets to start this race off. So excited to be kicking things off here for the Game is Hard Dota 2 League. Alright, and these guys are in the same pool as the last game, Verification Incomplete and Shadowforge Gaming, so they need to be careful. This is Group A. One of these teams might be facing one of those teams later down the road, so if you're on those other teams, now's a good time to be watching. Alright, so standing YOLO mid is going to be rocking the... Oh, and an immediate pause. Alright. He has to let his dog out. Silver AFK, 2 seconds. Alright. So let's see who picked up that Tidehunter. Silver, okay. So he had to let his poor dog out.
Carry on.
Oh, he's rocking the... Yeah, that looks almost exactly like my Tidehunter. I love the way it looks. Okay, so... let's see, anything surprising coming out for items? Null Tally, that's no surprise there. They're sending the Storm mid. That's interesting. I would have expected the Viper mid to deal with that TA, but, Viper will be... They'll probably both be fine in whatever lanes. Like I said, it's not the worst matchup in the world for anybody. Oh, another pause coming out from Kev Dog. He needs a sec. His mouse apparently needs to be let out. No, it's probably just his mouse. Okay, so Sentry Ward already picked up by the Ogre Magi, and... Oh, probably to deal with that TA in the mid lane. So we'll probably be looking to roam and gank into that mid lane, but... Okay, Wraith Band Recipe picked up by Spursmer and Spurf as they head towards this bottom rune. Top rune being guarded by Kev Dog. And then Based God and Love Me Limb, Tom Dodo. I'm just going to call him Tom. Let's see, nothing leveled by anybody yet, but probably see the stun coming out. Oh, might have been seen. There's been a lot of pings coming out.
30 seconds to go.
Oh, the whole team is going to come and base this up. But, okay, some warding coming down to block out some of the camps. Oh, this is a cool one. I haven't seen these ones before. They're kind of nice. But they might have been scouted out. So Tom Dodo going to go up there. They pinged kind of where he was. And he apparently didn't see the wards, so he's going to move around. Here comes the horn. And here we go. Okay, so...
And here we go.
Both teams just deciding to let the other have each one, so each team getting one. That's one for the Just Some Boys and one for Hardcore Pwn. These wards... Oh, wow, they've been scattered out. They should be able to see it, but they're leaving it. Okay, no, there it is. Troll-based God getting it. So, no dewarding on this camp here. So, they fully get that off, and then... So, just a defensive ward put out to see the ganks put out by the Radiant on this side. So, with that, they'll have some decent vision as they move against this poor Tidehunter who's going up against a tri-lane, it looks like. Nope, I guess not. The Vengeful's going back and dealing with the pinged camp. She's gonna be stacking, it looks like. So, all right. So Troll-based God. See if he levels up his poison. There it is. Leveling up the poison touch to get that nice little bit of harass and just chase Silver out of this lane. He's gonna have a hard time here on this this poor Tidehunter. Meanwhile, mid, Kevdog getting really low. He drops the remnant to stop the chase. He's being gutsy though. He turns around. Tried to get the explosion for the last hit there. He needs to be careful here. She has, yeah. Okay, she only has fraction right now, but geez, that could mess him up pretty quick if he's not careful. Pops the salve and decides to reinitiate. Luckily, he might be dead if it weren't for that null tally. Meanwhile, the Spirit Breaker has been pushed out of his lane as well. He's getting ready to get level 2 though. He's not doing too horrible. Kevdog in this middle lane. He's already level 2, almost level 3. He's having to deal with the side blade harass, but he's doing a decent job of dodging around it, so it's not gone too badly for him. Meanwhile, up top, level 2 on the Huskar, that surprise last pick coming out. We got a rotation from Dazzles. He looks like he's going to go help secure that top rune for the TA, but it doesn't look like it's really needed. No one's looking to roam so far. So, Emotional Boy's looking. He's got his bottle already, which is really nice for him. And he'll be picking up a bounty rune to go with it. Illusion rune picked up by the Ogre Magi as he starts to wander around. Maybe he's looking to use them as just some free sentries for now. Not a really powerful rune this early as, ooh, they go for the hunt on him. She only has the Wave of Terror though, no stun to really keep him here while the Huskar tries to make his way. So he's just gonna eat through a tree and walk away. Healing through that poison touch. There's big stacks here coming out. There's two, see a double? No, that's, yeah, double stack. And man, this Venture has done a nice job stacking up the camps. Now I'll probably see the TA grab those stacks mid-game, or even, you know, maybe catch up if something goes poorly for the Spirit Breaker. You're not the best jungler, but he always has a good time, it seems. Alright, Huskar doing pretty well. Already picked up his boots. Hasn't used any, you know, regen at all. He's just kind of sitting in this lane, kicking the crap out of this poor Tide. This actually managed fairly well to keep up as far as experience goes. Say Kevdog, going at it with Emotional Boys, but that refraction just doing work. Picked up a point and meld. No tether picked up by the Kevdog in mid. You know, you like to see the extra static remnants, but I just can't stress that electric vortex. It seems like a lot of people like to skip it. I like to see it, but we'll see what Kevdog decides what he likes. So, boots picked up by your offlane Tide, who's completely out of regen. But other than that, seems to be doing all right. Yellow mid, only level 2 in this bottom lane, but this Viper was level 4. Hell, the Ogre Magi is even level 2. They start cleaning it up.
Radiant's mid
lane back and forth. Going fairly well. Bottle finally picked up by Kev Dog. Well, meanwhile, is this going to be our first blood? There's the charge in, but also a teleport in. And they go for the stun, and then the throws. But here comes, he's burning. Is he going to burn to death, though? Okay. Oh, cancels the charge when it might have gotten them the kill. It was under the tower, but it would have been first blood. It's the safe play, but you like to see a YOLO. Especially when your name is YOLO Mid. YOLO Mid finally picking up level 3. He's got his Nether Strike. He's got everything leveled up except for his ulti. And picking up his boots as well. Chen, meanwhile, has been in the jungle. Jesus is my dad. He's picked up his Basilius, and he's just using this Hellbear to smash people up and then heal them up and troll nets. Raise the dead, never bad. Pulls the lane so Viper can get it closer to under his tower. Keep him safe from all the ganks and gankatronics coming. Okay. Silver, okay, so they've rotated the Ogre Magi, realizing, you know, this Viper doesn't need any help. He's already won the lane. So they decide they're going to try to turn around and get good old Tide Hunter. A nice one. Oh my god, I missed it. Of course I did. Emotional Boy's taken out the Storm Spirit. Looks like Troll-Based God was there to help get that poison, keep him slow, and then, yep, the Sonic Traps doing work. And that'll grant her level 7. That leaves that poor Storm Spirit only level 5. They're going to rotate the Ogre to grab this, you know, free experience here, but they're drawing some lines saying, hey, let's go get this Tide. And it looks like they're going to be moving in here. Tom Dota and Troll-Based God. Okay, so a little fire headed out, but won't be enough to chase off this Tide Hunter. He's got 2 in Kraken Shell, so he's just going to stand here and be like, you know what? It doesn't burn that much. I'm a fish. I don't care about burning. Alright, so, no, looks like nobody's going, but they're going in on the... Oh, Invis now. Ward in by Tom. Emotional Boys look like he wants to get in there, but he... Okay, so he pops the refraction, keeping himself safe, bottles up, throws the trap, drone on, and Jesus Was My Dad takes some huge damage, but Emotional Boys gets trapped up, but here comes YOLO Mid, running in the middle of everywhere, going after Jesus Is My Dad. Zip in, trying to get this kill. He doesn't have enough mana to zip one more. Oh, one more right click. Oh, but the heal coming out from Dazzle at the last second as he throws the poison touch, but it might cost him his life. He doesn't have enough for Grave, and there he'll be going down, the first victim. Going down. Emotional Boys in Viz right next to the rune, waiting to see if anybody's going to come try for it, but Kev Dog doesn't see him, and he'll get out free. Here's this ward really doing, wanting to counter ward, so that way they knew their TA would be safe. So they find no wards revealing her, and they'll just let the Chen army hang out with this Storm Spirit and help him recover from his whole ordeal. He's already popped level 6, of course, zipping around, but the level 7's going crazy on the Emotional Boys. It's just a lot of damage for him to deal with. They might even think about rotating him out into the safe lane, because this Viper is not doing bad at all. He's already level 6 in the off lane. Picked up his first third of his mech as he takes... as he's taking it to this team. Alright. Silver, meanwhile, he's picked up level 5, getting ready for that big team fight ulti of level 6 that's already been picked up by the Huskar, because now he's just sitting and farming. He knows he's got this. He's doing, oh, rotation from the PA. Let's see if they can get a gank on this, the saving grace. There's the charge in. Spaceman Spiff knows he's about to get run on. He throws the ulti on YOLO Mid, decides he's going to get a kill before he goes down. If he goes down, oh, he's going to go down. Emotional Boy's doing a ton of damage, but Spaceman Spiff getting out of it. He needs to juke through these trees. Yeah, there's still vision, but he pops his salve. He's just trying to juke around while he heals up. Oh, but there's just so many nukes coming out from this Emotional Boys. He's just chasing him around in circles. But here comes Reverb, coming with the stun. He blocks on the Viper for a second, and there's the stun. But all the refraction charge is keeping her safe. She tries to go for the Spaceman Surfer. He's just going to go around the trees again. But here comes the stun from this other side, and they get the Viper. But it might cost them their TA, who does burn to death. The charge in coming in on the Ogre Magi, who throws the stun onto the Vengeful Spirit. But it looks like she's going to be able to walk out of this as she turns around. But Reverb is not going to be so safe if he doesn't get to be back in soon. They scout out the Dazzle coming through the trees, and they decide they're not gonna stay and fight. Holy cow, that was exciting. Alright, so YOLO Mid picking up some badly needed experience there. He's up to level 4, but you know, the rotators on this team, they're the ones who've been kind of suffering. Let's check out our hero levels. So yeah, like I said, see the Dire, you know, the Dire have here we go. Radiant has been really making sure that everybody on their team is getting levels while oh, Huskar going down to the Viper. Spearsman Spurf, who rotated top, but Silver's going to burn to death as kind of a revenge kill. That's the great thing about Husker. You can get kills even after you're dead. Wrong button. Alright, so. Interesting stuff. Let's throw up our net worths and see who's really rocking this game. So, of course, the Viper followed by the TA and Huskar, but the Storm isn't as far behind as you think he might be. So, 4-4 coming out as everybody's dying.
Mid-tower's coming apart.
So, looking like we're going to see a big push here. Bottom is just Jesus Was My Dad gets his little Chen army ready to take this tower. Yellow mid not going to be able to do a lot about it by himself, so he's just going to be backing off, taking the creeps with him. But, you know, there's just, army's nothing to ignore. These skellies, you know, they have 250 life just by themselves, taking the tower for, what, 4 or 5 shots. Throws out the orb, gets the last hit, it looked like. As they're just going to be working on this tower. Meanwhile, mid, no, pinged out, but nothing happening. They're going to leave the skeletons to finish off this tower.
Through the Dire's structures
there we go. Oh, not enough to raise dead for a little. He's just going to try to plink it to death. Coming for the deny. Yellow mid's going to stand in there. He might even get it if they're not careful. And there's the deny from the Spirit Breaker.
Like Dire's bottom tower.
We were Jesus Was My Dad. A lot of work for a denied tower, but they get out of it free. So free tower is free. Meanwhile, mid, they're looking to push, and Silver gets trapped up along with Spurf as they're trying to kill Emotional Boys 2001, but they don't have the creep wave with them, so they can't dive too much. Silver tanking up the tower there. Alright, 3 mid as they decided they're going to take this tower too. Hey, when you snowball, you got to snowball hard. Here comes the TA. She's running in. Goes for the nuke on Space Marine Spurf. Oh no, the minus armor hitting both of them, and that's going to be... Oh! I thought it was going to be the Storm Spirit. Here comes a huge Ravage coming out, and Tom Dota is being turned around. Yellow mid, he wants this kill. He's running in for the Kev Dog, but he's being... No, he's going for Space Marine Spurf. Not a good choice as he gets blown up as well. But here we go. Here's Huskar. This is where he shines, standing in the middle, but he's just going to be right-clicked down. Reverb needs to be careful, but they get him. Reverb burning to death as it's a 3-for-2 trade. As it seems that everybody is more than content with getting out of there. No Graves coming out, which could have been a huge save on that Huskar from the Dazzle. He just was not ready for the fight. He had no mana ready. It was just so close. Uses the zap, clear out the creep wave, keep his tower safe at least. But he needs to be careful. Spurf cancels his his not Sal, the other one. Clarity. It's been a while since I cast the game. Sorry, guys. All right, so well with that, it's 7-6 and a tower going the way of Hardcore Pwn. Alright, so Emotion Boys trying to take out Silver, but the refraction charge is keeping Emotion Boys completely safe. Multicast coming out though, hits him under the tower, and he's gonna have to run away from this. He's not even gonna... Oh, there's the dust. But here comes the saving grace, swaps him out, and Emotion Boys is gonna be able to get away from this. Silver way too low to be... Oh, but the multicast burns down the TA on back lines. Charge immediately canceled, coming in to kill the Tidehunter, who's... Unexpected turnaround. That'll grant both him and the Ogre Magi a significant amount of gold. Meanwhile, mid lane, you know, this Kev Dog has just been quietly farming up himself. He's already back up to 3rd on the net worth chart, despite having not the world's greatest start. But these stacks might come into play here in a second. Zarina, the stand-in, coming in. He's just melting down some... Oh, there's that tower. Meanwhile, Dazzle's coming in. I don't know what he thinks he's gonna... He's just being annoying, throwing out some poison. It's one of the best things about... Oh, some liquid fire going out on the Eventual Spirit. Nothing big, but back to this mid-fight here. Just throwing out poisons, just being annoying. Storm Spirit's like, fine, I'm gonna go get the rune. But, meanwhile, in the pit, we've got Jesus Was My Dad, Spurf Marine Spurf. And, everybody taking Roche here on the Radiant side. It's going to cost them a top tower, but that's pretty worth it at this point since they already have their up a tower, and this is going to be a huge boom to them. They're throwing it on the Viper. Viper's getting scary already. Let's see if is he already up to his mech yet? He is. That's terrifying. And then the burn to death. Oh! Armlet might be able to save Zarina here, but as he gets right-clicked, but he's not going to make it out. It was a close one there. There's just too much poison, so he couldn't use his armlet to toggle again. But he got one good toggle off. Meanwhile, mid, Emotional Boys getting gone on by the Storm Spirit, but this might be a mistake. The refractions are going to keep him alive as Kepdog tries to bounce around, but TA is just going to be too much for him. Takes him out. Courier delivering Medallion of Courage. Nope, that was just another word. He had the medallion. Alright, so Emotional Boys. Let's see what they... Okay, they have the... They Aegis up on the Viper. He looks to push out this last Tier 1 tower. He's got his Chen playing defense. He converts yet another creep to his cause. Alright. There he goes. Okay, so top tower taking some damage. He's just going to stand here under it. Nobody's really rotating. Okay. They see this illusion. They're going to go on it, and they see it's illusion. Two guard in mid. Okay, so here looks like the rotations. Emotional Boy's just waiting for that rune. Rune of Destiny? Don't think so. But they're looking for the wraparound. He's traced it out on the map. This might be bad if they don't get out of here, but the teleport top's going to scare them off as they're just going to buy some TPs and get out. Oh, they decided not to get out. Ooh! Gets every single one of them, but the right clicks are going to be too much as that... just go... Oh, all our heal comes out, but it's not going to be enough to save this poor Chen. But he's got his army left around to help fight. There comes the Ravage coming out from the Tide Hunter. Serena taking some damage. Right click, Spearsman Smurf. YOLO mid getting saved by the Dazzle with the Shallow Grave, but the Poison is going to take him out. But the Viper can't stand against this crazy TA damage. It's a 3 for 3, and Rework doesn't look like he's going to be able to get away. He's looking for a lucky multicast, but can't get it in time. Emotional Boy's picking up another one, getting him a double kill. He's got his Yasha, and now 2,300 gold. That's going to be a big boon for the Dire side. But meanwhile, mid, just keep pushing on this Storm Spirit.
Dire's mid tower is
the
technical difficulties.
Bench coming to scare him off with that negative armor coming out from the Wave of Terror. He's just going to wander bottom and find this invisibility rune. He might even use it to turn around and gank back on the Vengeful Spirit, but without the vision to see that's happening, I'll probably just go push out this lane over here. Alright, so with that exchanges, TA is now pretty much caught back up with the Viper. And here comes the Huskar looking into ruin Kev Dog's day. Kev trying to dodge the jump in, but here comes the charge as well onto him. He's invisible now, but the charge is still following him. There's that negative armor coming in. YOLO mid hits him, but he's still invisible. He's low on life. He's going to get the turnaround on Zarina, but Spearsman Smurf getting low. They really don't want this Viper to die. He's their entire team. He blows his mech, but is the fire going to be enough? It's burning him. It's burning him. It's burning him. He gets out just barely. Rework turnaround. Here comes the zip in from the bottled up Storm Spirit, the multicast. Getting the slow, the zip, and the blowing of the up, and there's a vengeful 3-for-0 trade bottom, but here comes this TA. Looking to clean up, throws the refraction charges, but they're getting reflection charges getting knocked completely down by the creep wave. Goes invisible, there's the dust. No multicast though. Dazzle here, throwing the double up. Wow, he's got the solar crest. And not gonna be enough. Even with all of the broken everything, it's just not enough. No weave is going to save you. No solar crest isn't. Alright, troll-based god. The only one who made it out of that bottom engagement alive. He's just going to sit here and farm up this wave as the top tower is going to be taken. Oh! Whoa! Huskar getting the kill on Chen. Yeah, from the grave. Not sure how that worked. Fantastic. But this Chen army, of course, Chen is dead, but his army lives on as they just move in to get some kills. But they see YOLO mid. But decide, yeah, they're not too worried about a Spirit Breaker. He can kill one of them, but not all of them. But slowly, quietly pushing out this top tower. Alright, so YOLO mid, he's finished up his Urda Shadows, a really good item for to continually gank. Let's see, Smoke of Deceit picked up by the Vengeful. Let's see what she does with it as she runs around. Looks like she's looking for trying to find somebody. One is working on the Tide Hunter, who doesn't have his blink yet. He's saving up for it, but he's been spotted. He's not sure what he should do. He's like, I don't know. Should I stay and farm or should I go? I don't know. Meanwhile, mid, Kev Dog trying to zip in, but the refraction's just too much. Uh-oh, they see the Ogre and they're charging in on him. They're sick of him stunning and killing everybody. A double bash coming out from YOLO mid, but it looks like it's going to be all Gush coming out, kind of zoning everybody away as we look for the tier 2. There's the Ravage. Only catches one. And the TA, who they really wanted to catch, is going to be able to just keep standing in there. There's the all-heal coming out from Chen. Emotional Boy's taking some serious damage, but on the same time, Smurf going down. YOLO mid and the Zarina standing in the middle, just fighting everybody. Multicast going to be able to burn somebody down now. Oh, Emotional Boy's jumping in. He goes throw on the reverb. He's getting the multicast game of his life. And then it's going to be a 3-for-2 trade as the last two on Just Some Boys are going to be backing off. You know, they keep getting good kills, but they keep coming out on the raw side of their own engagements. Troll-based god, just going to be sitting there, the only one to live. He's that backline Dazzle, and doing exactly what you'd expect. The Troll army, Chen army, just wandering around. So let's push out this top tower again. Bottom, getting pushed out a little bit, you know, not too bad. Traps everywhere. Illusion Rune as the probably most conceited character in the game. Gets to see more of himself as KevDog farms up these stacks. He's already up to his soul booster, so that Bloodstone isn't too far away. Troll-based god, maybe looking to see if he's like, oh, I see you. Just get this free battery into what he's looking. 2 ports mid as they decide that's where they want to push on the side of Hardcore Pwn. Oh, the Chen army looked like got kind of was getting cleaned up, but he calls them all back to base. Lets them all heal up. He's a good Master Chen. He doesn't leave his creeps to die. Wouldn't abandon them in their time of need. Zarina feeling like he's got his helm of the Dominator. He's gonna getting ready to fight. Got the Ogre Club getting ready to have the BKB as he gets the Solar Crest buff thrown on him. Maybe a little early. Refraction charges getting burned down by this Ignite, and that's just bad news for your TA. Silver getting some free stacks up as they check the Roche Pit, but he's not up yet. He's just still dead. Both teams deciding that they're going to play a little bit of the farming game. You know, they want those next big items. Let's see, this TA, what is she working on? She's got her Yasha. Picked up her Blink Dagger and boots. Okay, that Blink Dagger, a huge pickup for her as the meld can keep her safe, and then she can just blink away after coming out of it. Let's see, Rewerb, he's working on his Aghanims. Same with the Tidehunter, finally picks up his blink, as we saw in the last fight. Oh, BRT's coming out from this split push and Chen. You know what they say, Rat Doto's the best Doto. Aghanim Scepter complete up on Spursmer and Spurf. And Silver. So everybody's getting to the next level of items here, except for this poor Vengeful Spirit. She's got her boots, and that's about it. But, you know, it's better than nothing, right? I think this support farm is really going to be making the difference if they're not too careful. Oh, Zarina got a DD looking for this Chen. He knows he's there, and he just wants him to show his face. Maybe he doesn't know he's there. He's just looking for anybody farming. He's like, he knows Chen is in this jungle somewhere. Too bad Chen's army just got recalled to him, so that gank just became a lot harder. TA getting scouted out by this adorable turtle. Observe reward. Fraction charge is wearing off as she kind of makes her rotation. This double damage could spell death, though. He's ready. He leaps in on Spursmer and Spurf. Does the life break. Here comes the mech, but oh, the Ravage going to be turning everything around. Dazzle can't get a grave off in time, but he graves himself. Oh, he leaves everybody else to die. Oh, but the ult might be enough to save him. But KevDog gets two on the back end, and then finally the Huskar goes down. It's a 3-for-2 trade again. But here comes YOLO mid. He's diving in. And, not too smart play. Diving deep on the Tidehunter, so making it a 3-for-3, and that's an even trade. But the TA, that hard carry, and the Huskar both going down, whereas you kept your Storm Spirit alive. That means his Bloodstone has 10 charges, he's got all the regen in the world. Maybe he wants to zip over and protect this tower. But the beautiful thing about having a Chen, he doesn't have to actually be there in order to help. Let's see, builds of strength. Okay, so finally finishing up his treads over here on YOLO mid. Mental Street, you
Radiant's top towers taking hits.
Thought they would have come out a little more ahead in this. So, Jesus is my dad, farming out the bottom lane as the room spawns. We got Roche back up to see if who wants to go for that next. I'm guessing it's going to be this dire side of just some boys because they got the Huskar to stand and tank it, and you know they kind of need it. Okay, Army going back home as he doesn't want any of them to die. So. Brings them all to his lane and just keeps farming it out and pushing it out. He's got those BOTs. He's managed to keep 2 tier 1s safe at the 22-minute mark. It's not unremarkable, I gotta admit. Alright, mid lane. Rewerb just kind of picked up his magic wand. It has 9 charges, put it back on the courier. Probably grabbed some of that dust of appearance that's really been screwing with this TA. Here we go. They all start closing in on the Ancients, finish them up, and then probably be rotating into the Roche Pit. TA getting some badly needed farm. This her BKB can be a big game changer, especially when it comes to fighting that pesky Storm Spirit. Throwing the refraction charges up, just getting some safe farm.
An article of faith.
Observer reward, catching out where everybody is, but not too much information going one way or the other. Nice warding, of course, along this the river on both sides.
Healing hand.
Oh, Chen. Spaceman Surf taking out Huskar. Chen just picking up his point booster. He's getting ready to finish up that Aghanim Scepter. Spursmer and Spurf. Just the funnest names to say. I hope I get to cast more of his games. 11 Bloodstone charges. This is getting kind of scary if you're the dire side. Things are looking dire. Okay. Pings ping's coming out. Checking the Hellbar Smasher, who's going to be walking in and seeing that this Roche is up and available for this Radiant side, as they're all kind of clustered around there and ready for it. Drop the Sentry Ward, and they'll take out this Observer, limiting the vision. He zips in, looking for the kill on the Vengeful, but he's completely out of mana. She throws the stun. He's got a regen rune bottled, though. He's going to zip out. Charge coming in. He pops the regen rune. And there's the Solar Crest for the mist coming in. He just leaves Rework to die, and that's kind of his lot in life, poor guy. Oh, but here comes the Ravage! Gets it onto 2, and the zip back in. Gets the Vortex, but then there's the swap out, and the Shallow Grave going on to YOLO mid. Troll-based God be going down as long, same as the Tidehunter, but then the fire keeping him in place. He's gonna burn to death if he's not careful. He's thinking of the Bloodstone Deny. You can tell he's in there. Is he gonna use it? He tries to bottle through it, and not gonna happen. Zarina turn around, Spaceman Spriff getting the kill on him, but he's still on fire. Here comes the run in from YOLO mid. Spriff not gonna be able to blow his mech as he already has. Gets YOLO mid before he's got the negative earn charges on him now. He didn't burn to death, but he might earn to death, and it's gonna be down to his last 60 health points. Chen, whew, keeping it safe. So it's a 4-for-2 trade in the end. Chen's like, hey, screw it, he's up. I got my army. Let's do this. He walks into the Roche pit. Gets ready to fight. I wouldn't be surprised to see Spriff he needs to stay kind of back. He can get stomped down at this point. I guess he's thinking his mech will be up here soon enough and he'll just blow it then. No dire vision of this happening. All they have is this one Sentry Ward that's not going to help them at all. See this? He's rotating out the creeps with fairly decent efficiency to tank this. Kev Dog's like, I got this. He gets stomped on with Spaceman Spriff. Getting ready. He's just fighting it, but no checking in from the dire side. They don't want to go in on this, but they're TPing in. They're just going to be a little bit too late as they throw it onto the Storm Spirit. He's picking up his first Oblivion Staff for his Orchid, but TA going to be taking these stacks, getting really close to her BKB.
You know the drill.
Wow. No real item progression on the Huskar. He's been kind of getting unlucky in fights. He's been focused. Here comes the Gush. He's not even feeling safe fighting this Tidehunter. Here comes the charge, though. The turn around the stun, but then Space Mount Spriff is here on the zip in. This poor Zarina needs to get some farm, but it's just not going to happen. YOLO mid also getting taken out. And here comes the stun to try and save anybody, and it's just going to cost their life. Oh, but she gets Shallow Graved and Shadow Waved, but it's not going to be enough. Solar Crest not even enough to save. Jesus was my dad. Getting Blood Rage. Everybody's getting Blood Raged. Multicast. It's multi-fun. They're coming in and taking down this tier 2 tower. Whew. Real work being done by a hardcore pwn here. Living up to their name. This has been hardcore. They decide, you know, that's one tower. Let's rotate back mid. Since we're all Blood Raged and ready to go. Bloodlusted, I should say. And ready to go. Gotta grab these Ancients on the way. Oh. Poured in. She's going to be able to... He gets the tether, but it's not enough to eat through those refraction charges. She goes for the melt, but she's already dusted. She can't even melt. This is going to be a poor death. She's going to go try to deny herself to the Ancients. Not going to get it. Storm Spirit getting the kill. 12 Bloodstone charges. Ready for the man who suicided recently. Alright. Zarina's like, okay, maybe I can farm in the jungle. This Tidehunter is hunting him, I swear. Like he's the Tide. No. Okay, Tidehunter using this Invis rune to get behind, getting really good positioning. He's got both of his positioning tools, but he's not going to need them as they take down this tier 2 tower. Gets the Gush on Troll-based God. Goes for the Anchor Smash, and then not being able to do much else. Huskar's like, finally, I found this Chen. And there's a pause coming out from the Tidehunter, who questions why there was a pause. Uh-oh. Maybe a little miscommunication there, as we got our first real pause of the game. Let's take a second, see what everybody's got. Getting close to that Orchid. One more little bitty piece. Spaceman Spriff, BKB, just about there. He was only about 300 gold away. And then, Force Staff, always good to have in Yoga Magi. Give him some mobility. Zarina, as I said, kind of getting stuck there. Ags, okay, the Vlad's up on the Chen, so he can help his own creeps heal up. YOLO mid standing there. He's got his Shadow Amulet, which might keep him safe in some of these engagements, but they've got so many sentries and dusts for the TA. Maybe that's... you could see maybe a better use of that. Solar Crest, standard Dazzle mid... standard... Oh, DC on the Spirit Breaker. There we go. Alright, Vengeful Spirit has picked up just a cloak and a bracer. It's just see it. Poor guy. Okay, so Spirit Breaker going to be reconnecting to the game before he runs all the way back to base. We'll see if Zarina can get this pick off on Jesus Was My Dad. No heal available. No BOTs available. But he does have a, you know, an Ancient Granite Golem. He's got a Hellbear Smasher. He's got one of the Alpha Wolves, it looks like, in there as well. And here come the G's. In a 1, 2, 3, 4 steps to doom! Goes for the dunk. Turn around. He doesn't have the heal, but it's going to be close. He's going to be... You have to get punched to death. Get punched to death. He can't even fight the Chen right now. Poor guy. Looked like that was a pretty solid kill, too, with his tier 2 towers now in danger of getting totally owned. You can't underestimate some of these auras, like this Pack Leader's aura. It's 30% bonus damage. 30 freaking percent as they move in. And that's on this Granite Golem. Just insane. There's the Weave trying to do something to this creep wave, but it's not going to be enough. Go and get the kill on the Alpha Wolf, maybe? Nope, they're just going to leave his nice little aura alive as they try to put him in the back lines. So they can just benefit it and just melt this poor tier 3 tower. Just some boys need to start doing some work. Troll-based God. God, just blown up so fast. There's the multi-cast, but it doesn't get it. He gets stunned up instead. Turn around. YOLO mid jumping in. YOLOing himself. He's determined to get this, but there's the Ravage stopping him from getting anything. His Vengeful Spirit gets turned around. TA turn around trying to get the kill on the Tidehunter. It doesn't have enough. Zip in from the Storm Spirit as he's going to be able to get the Vortex on the TA and the Spit coming out. It's like my mixtape coming out of Spurf, but he's going to pay with his life, burning to death. That's going to be a lot of gold going the way. Let's look, 1475 going the way of the Huskar, but everybody's dead. It's a 1-for-5 trade. Everybody's dead forever, so there's a full lane of barracks, and they're going to look to... They can't rotate mid or bottom, though, but they rework going back to push out this bottom lane as Jen's pushing out the mid. This mid tier 1 still standing. Might be denied here in a second there. So, exciting stuff. Oh, they decide, screw it. Screw backdoor. We're just doing it. Screw this tower, and we're going to punch it to death with Ancient Granite Golem. This Alpha Wolf back up to full health. YOLO mid's trying to decide if he feels gutsy. He's felt pretty gutsy before, but okay, here comes Troll-based God. Zip in unexpectedly while YOLO goes on the opposite side. Troll-based God getting destroyed, but there's the stun. He's taking the tower. He zips in, tries to get the kill. Gonna be... Okay, gets one little shot from the the fountain. He might be considering denying himself here. He's got really decent regen, but here comes the YOLO mid. He's stunned up, and there's the Aegis expended. He's just gonna zip out of here as soon as he's back. There's the TA trap, but he's away. Alright, we were kind of taking care of this creep wave, but it might cross him if he's not careful. Blink in. Not coming from TA. Zipping around at the speed of light. There's the dust, Sentry, everything already dropped. But the Fracture Charge is keeping Emotional Boys 2001 safe for now. Gets swapped out, and the Tether's trying to pull him back in. All are healed coming out from the Chen. He's everywhere. As they just decide they're going to run away from this. Well, screw it. I don't want to deal with none of that. Force Staff out from Weewerb as he tries to turn around on us, but then there's the dunk coming in, and they finally get the kill on that Ogre Badger. Zip back in, Emotional Boy's going to be going down here, and then the zip out. The Storm is just massively crazy right now. He's got 19 Bloodstone charges. Look at that mana. Look at it. It's just like, na 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 na. Alright, back in this mid lane. Everybody's running back to base before they get picked up, but they're like, I just want some creeps. I need that farm. I got my BKB now. Alright, well, top completely pushed in. Observer Ward's just kind of sitting there. So, you know, being gutsy, standing out there. He's decided it's worth it to get that farm. So we're trying to kind of scare him off, but it looks like they're just all going to rotate bottom and decide, you know what, this is... That pesky tier 3 tower needs to go away. Alright, there, here we go. Ready for the push, and on the Dire side... See if they're ready for it.
Bottom towers getting the business.
Spawn pretty much right on.
Them Dire buildings are tough as
and
nails now.
Waiting for Zarina or somebody there to really dive in there. I haven't seen a lot of true initiation from YOLO mid. More of a pickoff Spirit Breaker coming in.
Couldn't save that bottom tower.
Of course, he's a stand-in. Like I said, that's the problem sometimes with playing stand-in. Okay, warp in from the TA and they decide, you know what, we got the tower. Let's get out of here. It's gonna Golem. He's got some swagger to him, and he's gonna be recalled. They're not even going to get any Chen creeps for their tower. But they don't lose anything either, so worse things could happen. Shadow Wave coming out. Healing everybody up.
Dire's
Chen
mid
grabs,
tower could use a little help.
he decides he doesn't want any of these ancients. Roche not quite up yet. Zipping around at the speed of a Tide Hunter. Poor Venture Spirit. He's just everybody. Everybody getting killed by the Storm Spirit. He's decided that people are his business. Burning to death. Well, here comes the mechs. Is it going to be enough? No, there's just too much damage. Oh, but he gets recalled home from the Chen. No way. Troll Base God throws the Shallow Grave up on himself. He's going to TP home. No one to stop him, but YOLO mid goes for the stun to try to help. And he doesn't get his Shadow Amulet off in time. Zarina decides he's going to try to go for something a little too far out this time. It just gets blown. Oh, GG called by Zarina. The stand-in. Kev Dog saying GG, good game, well played from Tom to Dota. And that is going to be this best of one wrapped up, going the way of Hardcore Pwn. Better luck next time, just some boys. That was a good game. Well played, everybody. Very good game, PS. Oh, sorry, Jesus was my dad. Well played all around. So our final kill score, you see 19 up on the Viper. MVP Viper, gotta say. Just for his name alone. Spursmern Spurf, gotta love it. Alright, so that's our best of one today, coming out from the Game is Hard Dota 2 League. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, click the subscribe because we're going to be having a lot more games coming up. I've got coming up on the 7th, 8th, and 11th planned out already at the same exact time. At 7:30 Western, I guess Pacific Standard Time. That's Western USA for all y'all. Alright, so I will catch you guys on the flip side. Have a good one. I'm out.